Many girls dream about becoming nurses, teachers, engineers, doctors, and so forth, but they face so many challenges in accessing education, challenges such as early marriage, long distance that they travel to school, and often, these challenges stand in the way in terms of accessing education. And today, we are discussing with two wonderful women here on these challenges and their journey. Welcome to the Power of Education. I'm your host, Clement Lizio. And to my guests, welcome.
My name is Grace Jegedeshe, and I am a business manager by profession. I studied business management. I grew up in the rural areas of Zimbabwe. I am also an entrepreneur, an agripreneur. I am also a photographer. So basically, that's the Grace Jegedeshe. I also come from a family of 7, and I happen to be the only girl child in the family and the last born.
And you?
Thank you so much. My name is Yvonne Chari. I come from Mount Darren district. I am the first girl in a family of 3, and I work with young women and girls in schools. I work together with different government stakeholders to make sure that girls stay in school and that young women are empowered. Thank you.
Welcome to the show, Grace and Yvonne, the show, The Power of Education. Maybe let me start with you, Grace. Maybe you can tell us your journey up to now, your journey in schooling up to now.
Well, like I said earlier, I grew up in the rural areas of Zimbabwe, Chirezi district to be specific. So I grew up with my mother up to a certain stage, up to grade 5, and then she passed away. My father had already passed away by then. So I was being taken care of by my sibling who is older than me. But then, being on the margins, I find myself struggling to stay in school. I'm doing about no fees, and by then schools were starting being built. And this was during the time of the land reform program. So this was a place, rather an area which was just beginning to develop, and there was really no much help there. But at least we had schools. But now the thing was about school fees and staying in school, school uniforms and stuff like that. So it was really a challenge by then. So this was by the time when I was Form 1, when I almost dropped out of school. Yes, I almost dropped out of school because there was really no one to pay fees for me, buying school buying school uniforms, books, and also to food at home to be eating. I'm talking about social basics to stay up in school. Yes, so this is when I got help to go to school. Yes.
You helped to go to school from Form 1 up to?
So this was from Form 1. I got a scholarship campaign for female education, which is CAMFED. So they were now paying my school fees from Form 1 up to degree level. Like I said, I am a holder of a degree in business management, honors degree in business management, and this was through CAMFED. Yes.
Coming to you, Yvonne, your journey.
Yes, thank you so much. So, being a first daughter in a family of 3, I always wanted to make my family and my parents proud. So when I started school, I'll start from Form 1. When I joined Form 1 in secondary school, my dream was to change home. I come from a rural family, and my parents are peasant farmers. They work very hard, but sometimes it's very difficult for them to get the basic needs to take care of myself, my sister, and my brother. My little brother, he has cerebral palsy, so he needs to go for doctor checkups and all that. So sometimes it was getting burdensome for my parents. So when I was now in Form 1, it became a norm for me to be sent back home to collect school fees.
Or they'll say it politely to then say,
go and collect, go and remind your parents that we need school fees. It was a reminder that I needed to go and tell my parents. But unfortunately, they did not have the money. It was so difficult to go back telling your mom that, Mom, I need money for school fees. And she will look back at you and say, my daughter, I know you want to go to school, and I also want you to go and complete your school, but I don't have money right now. So maybe we can wait and you go tomorrow probably the team will not come and send you back home again tomorrow. So the following day I will go back again, hoping that we will not be sent back home. Yes. Yeah. So unfortunately, it became a norm. We were always being sent home. I didn't have a uniform. I didn't have stationery. The basic school things that a child needs to stay and thrive in school, I could not afford them. So it was really a challenge for me to stay in school, but I was hopeful. Yeah.
You remained hopeful.
I remained hopeful.
Probably you may need to elaborate on these challenges. How really they affect? Do they really affect differently between the girl child and the boy child? This challenge that you have mentioned, the challenges to do with school fees, the basic provisions. Is there a difference in terms of how it affects the girl child and the boy child?
Yes, I believe it's different because, for example, in my case, when I was just being sent home for fees, I got to a point that I was almost about to give up, to say, you know what, after all, what is this for? Probably I will not even get up to Form 4. So it's better maybe if I go and get something to work and help my parents so that we can take care of my siblings. And when you are a girl, sometimes you end up thinking that maybe if I get married, I will get a better life there. But sometimes, in most cases, when you get married, before you complete your secondary education, even the life you experience in marriage will not be that good. You end up going back to your parents again to look for support from the little they have. They will need to take care of you again. So it will just become a burden for the whole family.
Yeah, coming to you, Grace, on the same question, to then say she mentioned that when she faced some challenges, the idea of just wanting to get married came into her mind. Was it the same? Or did you ever think of that?
Oh yes, thank you. On my case, actually, my experience rather. The way I can say it differentiates between the impact on the boys and the girls. It's more like maybe culturally, if I am to say in the Southern African, that girls always will be like, if you get married, at least someone will take care of you. But if it now is a boy, it's a different case. So they're like, at least it's better you get married. Especially on my case, it was a bit different because talking about being taken care of your sibling who is a male, and now they get married, and now the pressures that in the community that they're like, if she cannot copy in school, at least let her get married. And it's just something else because now you're thinking about who is marrying you, and to think about all the dreams that you have in mind. When I grow up, at least I want to be a doctor, I want to be a manager. Like myself, I have this imagination in my mind that when I grow up, I want to be a manager somewhere, somehow. But now the how part of it, and now you're being told, now you need to get married because this school thing is failing you. And this is the community around us, the peer pressure and stuff like that. Looking into the community.
Maybe Grace, I'll cut you there. We just want to take a break. We'll come back and pick it up. This is your show, The Power of Education, where we discuss issues that to do with education. In fact, the transformative power of education. And today, we are unpacking the challenges that the girl child actually face in education. Welcome back. This is your show, The Power of Education, where we discuss the transformative power of education. And today, we are discussing the challenge that the girl child actually faces. Let me get back to you, Grace. When we went to for the break, you were actually, talking about the challenges. And you spoke to us earlier that you got assistance. Probably I would want you to elaborate how this assistance that you got, what difference did it make in your life?
Well, this assistance that I got, it really transformed my life, because for me now this was hope that I got. I'm talking about when you think you are done and this is all that is in your plate, where you've got several options, but those options you can really tell they are not getting you anywhere. And here comes someone supporting your dreams, supporting your visions, all your desires for life. So these are actually got to help me so very much, especially the sisterhood that it came with.
Yes.
Because by then I was not the only girl that was supported then, but a sisterhood of girls now, which is now the sisterhood of girls education leaders across Africa. So it really helped my my school journey, my education. Now I had sisters to be telling experiences, and they would come through for my rescue when I'm in need of something, when I'm struggling with all these pressures, because this is the community that we come from. They think girls are only raised, they used to think then that girls are only raised to get married and not really to fulfill their dreams. But now when there is someone, and now it's a girl's thing, it's a woman thing, where they'll be like, I also want to achieve this, how can we do it? So I am no longer alone in this journey, but there is also a sister who is coming in to assist me. I'm talking about at school, there are sisters who are called learner guides, and they're still there, the learner guides. We've got a teacher mentor and the parent support groups who will be coming in. I'm talking about the whole community coming in to support the very same thing that I got support to go to school. Yes, so it really changed my life. Now I had hope to keep on pushing. I had someone, I'm talking about a shoulder to lean on, whoever who is there to tell my story whenever I want to tell someone a story.
Fantastic. Coming to you, Yvonne, I understand now you work with an organization that is actually, supporting the girl child. How now, working with girls, working with families, working with the school communities, working with the traditional leaders, how does it help the girl child to stay in school or to stay in class and not to give up?
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. So working with girls, from my experience, allow me to go back to my experience so that I can relate. So when I was in high school, like I said, I didn't know if I was going to complete my education, but fortunately I got support from the organization that came through, and we started getting stationery, we got uniforms, we got everything, and then I started to be hopeful. Now I knew all I needed was to study, and I knew I had the chance to at least change home. So it made a big difference. Not only did the organization bring these resources, but it also brought the sisterhood, like my sister said. And these sisters, for me, like I said, I wanted to be someone who would change home, but I didn't know who exactly I wanted to be. I didn't have role models. But these were sisters who were coming from similar backgrounds like mine, but they were making it. Some were doing well in business, some were lawyers, some were teachers, some were social workers. So at least I had relatable role models. So I started to have a vision. So you know what? I want to be like that girl. So when I'm studying, I want to do this and this and this so that I can achieve that. So fast forward, I got to tertiary. Through the support from the sisterhood, they helped me with the application process, and I studied outside the country, and I graduated with social work. And as a social worker now, I'm back to my community, working with the same girls who are facing challenges similar to what I faced.
And they can actually relate to them, say, see, this is actually doable.
Yes. So working with these girls, what's so powerful for me is to be back in the community and share my story, because I believe in storytelling. I share my story with them. They see that this is achievable. They too can only do this. They can also do this. And working with the stakeholders that we work with, they provide a multi-sectoral support. For example, we work with departments from social development. We also work with Ministry of Education, and they give their expertise so that the girls can stay in school. In the communities, we work with the local leaders. We also work with young women and parents who are dedicated to make sure that these children are protected. They provide stationery as philanthropy. They feed learners, that is the parent support groups. Sometimes a child will come to school without eating. And for the child to have hope or to get the energy to go to school, they know that there are mothers who feed us during lunchtime. So that effort and that multi-sectoral approach is helping us to keep girls and boys in school.
Probably a critical issue that I feel we need to talk about, the issue of period poverty for the girl child. How does it affect actually the girl child and actually accessing education? And do you think enough is being done to make sure that that challenge is actually solved? Coming to you, Chris.
Sorry to take it again. You mean poverty?
The period poverty, the issues to do with girls lacking issues such as sanitary pads and so forth. How does it really affect access to education for the girl child? Is it a challenge that you also faced? And do you think enough is being done by the authorities to make sure that it is dealt with?
Actually, thank you so much for raising that question. Especially for girls.
It's a taboo, I know.
Yes,
sometimes
it
people
is.
are not comfortable talking about it, but you spoke of the sisterhood. Is it something that you'll be discussing the sisterhood and so on?
Yes. And like she just mentioned, things to do with philanthropy and stuff like that. So now I can say it's manageable. And this is something that really affects girls in school. To think that she's on her menses and stuff like that, and she doesn't have the sanitary wear to be using, and oftentimes these things, and boys sometimes will be laughing, not only boys but some other girls will be laughing, and this is a girl from a less privileged background, rather less privileged family. Yes, so they don't have enough and they need to be in class. So sometimes girls will not go to school. I have been there myself, where I would be like, hey, what if that thing happens and I'm in class? And I would know definitely the period where it happens. I'll be like, and this is sometimes could be the whole week, and I can't attend school simply because it's that time again. So actually, I would say through the sisterhood that we are in, we are managing to keep girls in school, specifically in that area, because through philanthropy, talking about it's a very strong network with thousands and thousands of educated sisters who are also contributing towards the same matter. So this is actually keeping girls in school, and it's working very well.
I see you are itching to come in on that.
Yeah, I get so excited when we talk about the network, because it's a very powerful network. Why do I say it's a very powerful network? Because we know we have gone through this.
Maybe let's talk about it when we come back from the break. We are taking a break. This is your show, The Power of Education, a show where we discuss the transformative power of education. Please don't go away. Welcome back. This is your show, The Power of Education, a show where we discuss the transformative power of education. And today we are discussing, the challenge that the girl child actually face in actually staying in the classroom or staying in school. And before we went to the break, you really wanted to come in on the issue of period poverty. You can come on.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So I was saying that the sisterhood that we belong to, I believe it's a very powerful network, because we are young women who went through this cycle of poverty, but we are dedicated to work together to break it, to make sure that the next generation
You
will
know,
not,
you know how it is. You've got the experience.
Yes, we know how it is to lack,
Yeah.
and willing and wishing to be someone who achieves something, but without the means to get it. So we actually helps our young sisters from that understanding. So helping them with the sanitary way, like my sister said, it makes you very uncomfortable when you do not have the sanitary way to go to school. Even when you have the sanitary way, sometimes you will just be checking like on yourself to say, am I okay? Am I really fine? So you can just imagine when you do not have it at all.
Yeah.
So sometimes a girl will miss a school for the whole week,
Yeah.
and others will be progressing. And that's really a challenge, but that's what we are doing. We are actually helping young girls to overcome that. We provide the sanitary way, we provide stationery, we provide uniforms, and this is a coordinated support that we do. And to make sure that it's sustainable, we run businesses to make sure that we fund the philanthropy that we do. Yes.
So yeah, let me start with you, Yvonne. What can other communities learn from your experience, both your personal story and the work that you are currently doing now?
Okay, thank you. I believe people can learn that there's power in togetherness, in working together, and we say together we can, because from my story, the challenges I was facing alone, when I was introduced to the network, I found sisters, a peer network that was helping me to see, you know what, these are the challenges, yes, I'm facing, but I can do 1, 2, 3 like my sister did, so that I can achieve my goal.
Sure.
And also that we don't work alone. We work with different stakeholders, the local leadership, we work with mother support groups, parent support groups, we work with schools, and we go back to our communities to plow back. And I believe there's power in giving back to our communities, not only to us, but in empowering young generations in our very own communities. So if only, I know people are doing well and a lot outside there, if only they could go back to their communities and be role models for those youngsters there, they would do well.
Yeah. And coming to you, Grace, what are your hopes and plans for the future, for yourself and for other girls like you?
Thank you so much for that question. So for my future, for the plans, actually it's a world where every girl child is educated, every child rather, a world where every child is educated.
I know you're
inclined
towards the
like
girl
that.
child. It's still okay.
Yes.
Still
I am
okay.
a girl, so you know.
Yeah.
So what I can say to someone out there, it is very possible. So with every single support that you are getting, you can make it, and it is possible. It is actually possible. Yes.
Yeah. It's possible. The sky is only the limit.
The sky is the limit.
Coming to you, Yvonne, as someone who is supporting young women today, what kind of future do you want to, to help these young girls build, and what keeps you motivated?
Okay, thank you. I wish to see all girls and young people educated, at least get that education and build the foundation for whatever pathway they want to take. Some would want to be in business, some want to go maybe for mining, some want to go maybe for academia, and I wish to just see them very empowered, confident to actually conquer the world. Yes.
Let me ask you, girls, this controversial question. Don't you think now quite a lot has been done about the girl child and the boy child is neglected?
Well, I think it's equally important for both girls and boys to be educated. We all need this. Yes. My standpoint of view as a girl child, I would really say, if I was to choose who to send to school first, it could be the girl child. Yes. Not because the boys are less important, but on a standpoint of view, to say girls, if they are left unattended, I'm talking about education, I'm talking about them being left without anything to be doing. Normally in our culture or in our societies, they are normally the ones to be remaining with children actually. So I'm talking about it, this is a chain of poverty that we can actually get to control by sending a girl to school. This is about investing in girls and investing in the future, because they take care again of the next generation, especially if they happen to have education.
Fantastic. Yvonne.
Yes, I believe both girls and boys are important, and their education is equally important. And as the network, we are actually helping both girls and boys.
Oh, fantastic.
To go to school. We provide social support. Like my sister said, we have learner guides who we call peer educators. They work with the learners, both boys and girls, providing skills for these children to be able to do well in school and even after school. And also, why do we maybe concentrate on girls? I believe, like my sister said, girls, when you educate a girl, you change, everything changes. Starting with her life, the children that she'll have. A lady, when she earns $5, she will make sure that her child goes to school with that $5.
There's always a multiplication of some sort.
Yeah, the multiplier effect is always there. And from our network, we are actually a network of young women, and each one of us supports 3 children to go to school on average. And we do this collectively.
Fantastic.
And when we are supporting these 3 children, we are not only concentrating on girls.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Probably your last words of encouragement to the girl who is listening today.
Well, maybe one just phrase that I would just want to leave with the girls and women out there is, when women take action, communities thrive. And this is practical.
Yeah.
You can start doing it now. As a girl, you can make it, because there are many more girls and women that are making it out there. Yes.
Yvonne, your last words of encouragement?
Yes, I want to say to girls, you too can do it. If I did it, you sisters too can do it. And to all those girls and young women out there who are thriving, please take some time, pause, go back to your rural communities and inspire girls to also do well.
Thank you so much, Grace and Yvonne. When a girl is supported, I believe the benefits are far beyond the classroom. They strengthen the family, they build healthier futures, and drive local development from, the ground up. Thank you so much, Grace and Yvonne, for sharing your resilience, your leadership, your vision for the future, and thank you to all our listeners. This is your show, The Power of Education, a show that, speaks about the transformative power of education. And today we were discussing the issues, the challenge that the girl child faces when, it comes to education. And, you've heard from the girls here how they've made it, their personal story, quite, encouraging. Thank you. Bye-bye. We meet again next time.